have a lot of bits. In my travels, as I imagine most people in this hobby, I have gotten myself a few different bits from kits that I wanted, kits that I didn't, kits that my friends had that they didn't want anymore, random swaps, 3D prints, and honestly, some of these are just literally vanity buys. I have more models and more bits here than I ever could probably know what to do with, and to be perfectly honest, they've just been getting more and more and more piled up. My problem is that I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to stop and go, you know what I need to do? I need to put my bits away. I need to take the random pieces off of a sprue that I have yet to do anything with. I bought that sprue that I just picked up with like 4 other ones at a bit swap a couple months ago because I needed one piece from it for $10. And I went, you know what I'm gonna do when I get home, since I need this for a conversion, it might have been for a video, I don't even remember anymore. I'm gonna clip them and put them in one of my fantastic bits boxes that are all nice and labeled and sorted and organized and even little sequestered into tiny little boxes that I can use and put like with like in my Skaven or Stormcast or Cruel Boys or Flesh Eater Courts or Ogres or Tyranids or Death Guard or Chaos Space Marines or Slanesh or, well, there's probably like 3 or 4 more. And I just can't remember them off the top of my head. The Turnip 28 is another one that has another one of these boxes. And I just didn't. And I keep on just not doing it and tossing it into a drawer, tossing it in with other sprues, or just tossing it around and doing whatever with. And honestly, kind of at a point, I feel like hobbyists in our kind of sphere need to take a moment and go, hey, we should really probably put this stuff away. We should make sure that everything is organized and not just in one gigantic grab bag, one gigantic drawer. I remember when I first started this hobby back up right around COVID time, I had a drawer that I just threw everything in and went, to heck with it. I'll deal with it later. And it was a small drawer, actually, in the beginning of one of my plastic drawer sets here that you have probably seen in the back of one of my videos. And then I outgrew it, and so I took it out and found a bigger drawer in the same set and dumped it in there, and then kept dumping more and more and more and more stuff into it until it was almost completely full. And I went, well, this is kind of ridiculous. I can't find half the bits I need, half the bits that I know that I have, half the bits that have to be somewhere, but aren't. They just aren't. Because they are lost in a sea of every single bit that I have. I have the same problem with all my Lego from when I was a kid. I got a gigantic Tupperware container box and tossed everything into it, which was fantastic for cleanup. When I was, 12, 13, I could just grab handfuls of Lego and toss them into this container and not worry about it because it was all there. And then I would want to go and build something specific. Most of the time, it was like, oh, I want to build the castle, or I want to build a spaceship, or I want to build a car or a truck. And I knew what pieces I needed, but I could never find them. Or if I did find them, I kind of had to dig and dig and dig and dig, because every time I moved pieces like sand, everything else would just shift to kind of take up the space that was left there, that was open. And I gave up on playing with Lego because of that. I packed it up one day. I think I was probably 14, and well, 21 years later, and I have yet to open it up again. My kids use it. My kid complains that it's all just a mess. Dad, it's a mess. Well, you know what? It was a mess 20 years ago. It's still a mess now. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today. I wanted to just take some time and clean all of this up, because I have way too much stuff just in random sprues that are not doing me any good, collecting dust in the wrong way, and should be put to better use. Also, the fact that I am actually looking for something here. So it kind of serves two purposes, because I have a secret project. Well, I say secret project. I have a project that you'll see in like a month or so from now, and I need that piece. I need some pieces that are somewhere in here that I don't know where they are. And so I need to find them. So we're going to find them together. And I've got to keep cleaning this up. Up and up and up until there's no more sprues. And, yeah, I just, it's one of those things that you just don't know how much stuff you actually have until you take a look at it. Until you stop and go, hey, I really should deal with this. And for a couple of dollars at the dollar store, I can get cool, cute little Duramax branded. They're supposed to be for like drill bits and screws and nails and stuff like that. But you know what? They're the same size as Bitz from Games Workshop or from Mantic or from anywhere, really. You've got a bit, you could probably fit it in here. Unless it's, a ridiculously sized bit, and then, you know what I mean, right? Like, it is not one size fit all. One size fit most. Well, there you have it. The end of the day, I mean, it took a couple of hours to get everything done, but look at these. Isn't this great? It's fantastic. It's all done. Everything I need to know, everything I need to do, and everything I need to be able to find are right here. Each one of these only cost me a couple of dollars from the dollar store, and I gotta like it. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you very much. And if you want to, maybe give a subscribe and a comment. Like, even if you want to. But I will be back next time with a little bit more professional and a little less yappy video. Till then, goodbye.